Right. David, we are going under a lot of controversy at the minute due to our choices with handling bad actors. So, what do you think we should do to try to handle it?
Well, I do see these bad actors as an opportunity, so here's my plan. Let's make a very easily bypassable age verification filter, so therefore normal people won't be able to speak to children. But the exact people we're trying to deal with can easily make a child account and then speak to these children, making the people trying to stop this not be able to see the conversation.
Oh my god, David, what world is that a good idea?
Have I mentioned wanting to gamble on Twist to Impress? I think we're all fully aware of the situation going on right now, where Roblox decided it was a good idea to release an age verification filter, where only certain ages can speak to certain ages. Might I add, it's completely easy to bypass this filter, so yeah. There's been multiple clips online of people bypassing the filters, either kids drawing a beard on themselves, or just grown men using a photo of a child and that just working. I mean, how long is David Baszucki going to rely on AI to handle his issues? Because it's not working, and it never will at this point. Once again, a bit like the Forsaken video I made, I'm going to make two categories here complaining about the two main issues I see with this update. And starting off with the main concern here, we will go on to this. So, as I mentioned, anyone can falter this system. Therefore, a grown man, a really bad actor, can go ahead and make an account to make him look like he's 12. Now, see where this is an issue? The people trying to stop these bad actors cannot read any of the chat going on between this actor who says he's 12 and an actual 12-year-old. Therefore, David Baszucki decided, let's make this a lot more difficult and make it easy for these bad actors to prey on children. I mean, like, there's so many things he could have done here, and, like, it would have been better off if he just left it as it was, because he's made it worse. He's made it easier for these bad actors to children. They've made it harder for these people trying to stop the bad actors by completely locking them away from the communications happening between these two. I mean, to what level does it just start to think maybe he's defending these? It doesn't help how he calls them an opportunity in an interview.
And how do you think of the problem of predators on Roblox?
We think of it not necessarily just as a problem, but an opportunity as well.
How guilty can one man make himself look? Just maybe for once, use some logic with your decision? I mean, I'm hoping this turns around eventually, because this is ridiculous. Oh, they're raising the statistics of children getting by the second. People online are selling 18 plus accounts, probably younger accounts, which is even more concerning. I dread to think right now what's going on, which no one who can protect these children are seeing. The people trying to protect these people can't do it right now. Let's say there's a family member trying to protect their younger sibling online. They can't do that anymore because one of them's 18, one of them's 12. So they can't see any communications going on when, I don't know, they're checking on their cousin to see if they're being protected. Meanwhile, while all of that's happening, this guy over here is talking to your cousin. I genuinely don't even see where this was considered a good idea. It's a terrible idea, especially with just the absolute lack of protection. With, once again, stop relying on AI to protect people. This filter is absolutely ridiculous because a child can draw a beard on themselves and it can work, and a grown man can put on a baby filter and it... Oh my... I'm genuinely getting annoyed just trying to even think of one reasonable idea to put this filter on. And it makes no sense. It makes zero sense. At most, they could have at least made it so people who are 18 can see these 12-year-old messages, but just the 12-year-old can't see their messages, so at least they can then see if someone's saying something sketchy to them. Why are you locking the only people who can do something about this away? It's like a punishment to the people trying to do the right thing, saying, oh, let's just make it harder for you. Let's put this child in the same area as this freak. And guess what? You can't do anything about it. Why? Why? What a stupid decision. Once again made by this company. And hopefully it gets reverted, because it's not benefiting anyone here. And I mean, it's not benefiting Actually, no. The only people it's benefiting are these bad actors. Okay, next I'm gonna move on to, the game killing off the games that need chats. For example, roleplay games. I've spent a lot of time on this one game here, Site Roleplay, where it's, just SCP. The developers and the mods have put on a post in the Discord server saying, everyone, I'm sure everyone's aware, but I want to make a brief public announcement regarding the new Roblox age verification system. This new system heavily affects almost all games on the platform, but particularly affects roleplay games such as ours. There's zero way for us to bypass this system, nor do we intend to try, so users will have to work around the new system, and hopefully Roblox will realise how anti-consumer this new change is and will end up reverting it. This heavily affects our moderation, as most users can probably guess. They're completely right. So, let's say there's a kid breaking the rules because he doesn't know the rules. No one can enforce them. So here he is, just continuing to break the rules, and he might even end up getting banned because they don't know what else to do. Second off, roleplay. You know what you do in roleplays? Talk to people. You know what you can't do? Thanks to this new verification system, you can't talk to them! I mean, to what level? Is it just like... Why? Like, once again, I'm struggling to find the reason why they've made this change. Because it's not benefiting anyone apart from the bad actors. Jesus Christ! Oh. But once again, even in games where it takes communication, I don't know, like Survivor, Total Drama Island... Stuff like them, even them games where it takes communication to work as a team, you can't do that anymore. So let's see, you can't play team games, you can't play roleplay games, and you can't communicate in most chatting games now. It's just ridiculous. Like, oh my god, they could have handled this so much better, but they just... Oh, I don't know what goes on in their heads, but it can't be much. David Bazuki wants us to gamble on games like Dress to Impress.
Every single country in the world has different legislation around loot boxes and kid gambling.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would have to be, it sounds very fun and obvious. Like, I love that.
Oh, to be clear, I think this is a horrible idea. I was just interested if you were thinking about it.
Well, I actually think it's a brilliant idea if it can be done in an educational way that's legal. And so I imagine a no free Robux, no free prizes, just a game called the Dress to Impress Predictor.
But we can't talk to someone maybe 2 years younger than us, or 2 years older than us. It depends. But, I once again, I'm just making this video to complain. Hopefully you agree. And, just use some logic. Maybe just, put your thinking caps on for this one, guys, and think, you know what? Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Let's revert it, and then everything's back to normal. Well, kind of. I would say everything's back to normal, but let's not forget the people they're banning and the people they're letting on this platform, and even inviting to events unless called out. Anyway, it's been me. This has been just mind-boggling to try get my head around, because we all know it's such a dumb idea, but they do it anyway. So anyway, if you agree, make sure to comment saying how dumb of a decision this was. If you like the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. And yeah, it's been me, and Jesus Christ.
I know just to impress gambling.
Oh
I'm
gonna win all
just
the
to impress gambling.
I love just to impress so much.
Just to
I just
impress
can't get enough of it.
gambling.
I just need to dress up my character. Oh my